and welcome to Beads Jar. My name's Billy, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to put together this beauty of a bracelet called the Trio of Liberty. We'll be using our multi-strand fastener that slides in and out and a selection of Liberty ribbons wrapped around some leather. I hope you enjoy. Multiple strand bracelet we're going to make, the main ingredient for the 3 layers to this is the slider fastener that we have here. We'll be attaching our leather and 3 choices, so any 3 choices of Liberty ribbon that you like, with the leather ends and the jump rings. I've got a 4mm jump ring and 6 of those, and I'll be threading into my ribbon this fine 0.6 wire. Any wire, as long as it's not bigger than a 1mm, will do. So if you've just got some wire at home, you don't need to go out of your way to get hold of a finer one. Tool-wise, I've got a basic ruler, some scissors, we have some flat nose pliers and some side cutters. And I've also got here a metal rod to create the wrap around with my ribbon. This is probably about a 3mm metal rod, so anything that's smooth and doesn't have an end so that you can slide the wrapping off will do. You could probably use a kebab stick as well. What you want to do is cut your wire to 25 centimetres. And so you're going to do 3 wires of 25 centimetres, and then you're going to do your 3 different cords to 25 centimetres as well, and 3 25 centimetres of our leather. So we've got all those cut, and we're going to create this spiral effect around the leather going through the middle with our leather end on. So I'll show you how to do that. The first thing is to take the wire, and you're going to take the wire into the Liberty ribbon, and you're just going to post that all the way through. So the wire's gone through, and we've got that coming out of the ends as well. You're going to take your metal rod, and I personally found it was easier to hold the end with my pliers, and then I'm just going to wrap my ribbon all the way around. So that's being wrapped around, and then hopefully you should just be able to slide that straight off the end, and that's going to give us our spiral effect. So I'm going to do the second one as well, and the third, which I had already started with one here, so we're going to just do the second one in this video. So you just take your wire again, and you're threading that through and wrapping around the tube. So we have our twists with the wire through and the ribbon, and then you're just going to thread your leather through the centre of these, and then we get to a slightly more fiddly part. So my ribbon's here, and I've got my wire, and I'm just going to wrap that tip of wire around the leather and the ribbon. So I've just spiraled it a bit around there, and then we can attach our leather end using a pair of flat nose pliers. I'm just holding that there, so my wire's wrapped around, and I'm going to place that in. You can use some Fevikwik glue if you want, just to give it an extra security, but it will hold as well without. So I've got my leather end in position, and I'm going to fold one side and then the other. So that's wrapping around, and then I'm going to squeeze that in and just make sure it's covered all the way around the leather end, like so. Once you've got that end on, you can then hold the leather end and your leather and just gently pull out, moving my hand along the wire that's through the ribbon, giving us that spiraled effect along, and that's going to match up with our second one. And then we're going to do the third. So we'll do the same again, taking the leather through and attaching our leather end on. So there we have our 3 wraps in the ribbon, and I'm going to start by attaching that to one side of the slider fastener. Nice and easy to attach those together. We're just going to take our jump ring, so the 4mm jump ring, split towards the top, and then you're going to push one side away and bring one side towards you to open it, and then we're going to hook that onto our leather end and onto our slider clasp. 1 jump ring per hole on the slider clasp. We don't want more than 2 jump rings per loop. So got that on, and then we just close that back together. So you're just going to push the jump ring back until we're sure we don't have any gap between the jump ring split. If you feel more comfortable, you can work with a second pair of pliers to close the jump rings back together. Some people prefer that, some may find that they've just got too many things to hold in their hands. So there we have our 3 attached, and now what you want to do is decide on the final length around your bracelet, and then you're going to trim all your ribbons down, and we're going to repeat that process and pop the leather ends on. So cutting these down to the length that we need, and then we're going to attach these here. So now I've put the leather ends on the 3 opposite sides, so we'd connected those and we've got them on, and then you can either undo the fastener if you wish to put the other side on, or you can just connect straight away, which I would kind of suggest because you don't want to be crisscrossing your leathers. You want them to stay as the same way they were attached on one side to the other. So we'll pop that down and pick up our 4mm. So that they're all sat correctly and they're in line here. And that is one very beautiful wrapped round Liberty ribbon in 3 colours. You can make this nice and bright. You could have them all the same colour if you wish, and you can also change the colour of the leather in the inside. I've just gone for this nice natural leather, but that really is up to you to play with your designs. Thanks for watching our tutorial today. If you've enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up and like us, and you can also subscribe to watch further videos and see tutorials about all our beading. Thank you. Bye!